Hey guys, my name is Rasul and it has been quite some time since I made a video where I speak to you guys, and I think it was time for one. So in this video I'll be talking about how I got into LSE. Now I'm a first year economics student studying at the London School of Economics and Political Science, and in this video I'll be talking about all the way from O levels until now, everything I've done, all the grades I've got in all the subjects. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This video is more of a personal anecdote as compared to tips and tricks sort of video. So starting off back in 2016 when I started my O levels, which is equivalent to the GCSEs, I had 9 subjects in my O levels. These included Urdu, Islamiyat, Pakistan studies, English language, mathematics, physics, chemistry, bio, and additional mathematics. So that's the 9 subjects that I have there. From these 9 subjects, I got 7 A stars and 2 A's. Then, due to these decent grades, I got admission into one of the good schools, one of the good A-level schools in Karachi. The school was called Karachi Grammar School, and I stayed there for 2 years during my A-levels. I chose to do 4 subjects in my A-levels and an additional qualification, which I'll talk more about later on. The 4 subjects were math, mathematics, chemistry, physics, and economics. Now, the additional qualification was in the first year, I just did an internal examination called project-based learning, and in the second year, 2020, I decided that I wanted to do the Cambridge International Project qualification. My AS, I got 4 A's and with an A grade in every module of every exam. Grades helped me get good predicted grades from my teachers. I was applying through UCAS. I had 3 A stars and 2 A's predicted, and the A stars were in mathematics and economics, and the A's were in chemistry and physics. And I had an A star in the international project qualification that I told you about. This is quite similar to EPQ, except that we don't really have EPQ in Pakistan. So this was a substitute for EPQ, where we had to write a research paper and all that stuff that you guys do in EPQ. Applied to Warwick, UCL, Bristol, LSE, and Oxford. I applied to economics in all except Oxford, where I applied for econ and management. I received an offer from about November onwards. I got offers from Bristol, then Warwick, then UCL, and then I didn't really hear back from LSE for quite some time. I got my Oxford rejection in about December, and I had submitted my LSE application back in October 2019. I didn't hear back until March, the end of March of 2020. Now, as I told you about my grades and my subjects, I didn't really have further maths. So as I had heard that if you don't have further maths, you're quite disadvantaged when you apply to LSE. Now I had that thing in the back of my head, and I just guessed that my application will not be successful, and my other option was staying back in Pakistan and studying at a local university. Now, through some chance, I guess my personal statement, they thought that it would be a good idea to send me an offer, and I got an offer to study at LSE economics at LSE. My offer was 1 A star in math and 2 A's, with 1 A being in economics. Now, this was a quite decent offer. I mean, it is difficult, but I thought it was achievable. But then 2020 happened, and I didn't really have my exams. So we fast forward 4 months of anxiety, where we didn't really know what was happening. We didn't really know how we were going to get grades. This is the first time in history when the CIE examinations were not really happening, and I was supposed to go to uni by the end of 2020. At the end of August, when the teacher assessed grades came out, I had 3 A stars and 2 A's, quite similar to what was predicted, except that the 3 A stars were in math, physics, and economics, and I had A's in chemistry and the Cambridge International Project qualification. Now, through this entire journey, this is 5 years condensed in maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes. So you obviously don't know everything that I did, and I have not spoken about my extracurriculars. So just a brief rundown on my extracurriculars. I participated in mathematics competitions. I did the Cambridge International Project qualification, through which I converted plastics into a fuel that we can use in engines and all. And I wrote a research paper on it. There's quite a lot of stuff that I also want to talk about, and I think it'll be a good idea if we talk about it in another video next week, where I talk about more about my personal statement and what I think is good to add in your personal statement, because I had the grades that you need to go to LSE, but I wasn't. And coming to LSE, I figured that quite a few people have further maths, and majority actually have further maths, and I was in minority, and that was also the case that my school also offered further maths. So I was already at a disadvantage because my school offered further maths and did not take further maths. But I guess my personal statement pushed me over the boundary, because LSE does not have interviews. So your personal statement is the only way the admissions team at LSE know about you. And that's what happened. And if you guys want to learn more about what I wrote in my personal statement, then just make sure that you subscribe, and I'll make a video about it next week. So that's all for today, folks. I'll see you guys next week.